Right, abusia Chema Wontumi, yes, Ashanti Regional MPP chairman. Menu ya say na anka on the 3rd of July, and anka say na sem no ekopiemu ewo court ni na sama boy case se na be ya. Court no de the final judgment beba ewo sama boy case no. Na the new lawyer a ne din de Atachia abusia plead say ebe ya ka omontwe asem no enko animu se na be ya obetumi ready court proceedings and as a court records are efa ye papa Chema Wontumi ho se na be obetumi agina mu defend on one client ampa court no agensem no tumu ama omo se omo emove case na kwhye on the 20th of July 2026 then ensem aba betudwa yes ensem aba betudwa se it is alleged say ye papa lawyer Atachia efa kwan bi so say on the 15th of July year or medical leave atumi akopie mu ewo kwasi broni krom se okosa na wo yade ade a on the 20th of July oba begina mu ama Chema Wontumi no sesi a ensem aba abonten ene se papa yi plane se obeje medical leave on the 15th afri oman yi mu abusia we de ma mekasa ma pese ya ayeko na yetie ensem no mu ankasa enkyere mu yes denti na lawyer Atachia press obeje medical leave we de yenko na ya yetie na ya kire ya adwen ewo comment section e bia na mehu ensem ne kai ha era so aye be media je chebe se wa se obe subscribe be like na abusuan wa boa so ahye for person bi ete no anya bi ete yenche ho no yenko tie lawyer Atachia ne nsema aba abonten afa Chema Wontumi case on the 20th of July abusuan mo beko akoka ho ensem no yentem na sese a ye da se
eni sen ni nyina mu se lawyer Atachia aye na adwen se obesiki medical leave na wa withdraw from case na mama because you can read this post to the end or say note this and believe me, lawyer Atachia will seek leave for medical treatment abroad on 15th July, 5 days to the judgment of Sama Boy case. Now he will withdraw from the Sama Boy case for treatment abroad and will be replaced by Godfred Ame or Augustine Obo or Gary Nimakon. I said the new lawyer will pay the court to grant him just 3 weeks to study the court case through filing at the registrar. Now, ebusuan in some all kind of Peter and the screen. So, obet may read the details from the page, a year court update, a court union, Ure, I say, or my more of it. To what chairman, a year lawyer, Atachia, allegedly, no, or bear withdraw from case, and our hand over Ediama, a year lawyer, a year, the former attorney general, Godfred Ame. So, these are the things I got Peter Terrier, alleged. On the page and open detailed stories na obo mo Peter Terrier in fact credit sema Peter Terrier na self from no Black Rasta ameyam sambia fact Chema Wontumi including Kevin Teller ya blending in aboma and also a very powerful section be episode de my tea for never in the first way the latest update cra dropping said lawyer Atachia plan say obe withdraw from case allegedly and not handed over for Godfred Ame just to seek a medical leave. Stay tuned. Read more details from Peter Terrier. More and
watch this. Juju display. Why judgment day for Chema Wontumi delayed for 7 days? On the 3rd of July, we're supposed to hear a judgment coming from the High Court on the Chema Wontumi Galamsey case. But it's been delayed. And it's all over in the news. Court cards, newscasts have all displayed that the case is now going to be decided on the 20th of July. High Court grants Samuel Atachia's application to defer judgment for him to file his submissions. Court to deliver judgment on July 20. This is 3 news. It's all over. Atachia is the new lawyer. Remember when that cowardly lawyer, my brother, my sister, pulled out of the case and Atachia took over? He has been able to succeed in getting the High Court to say, you know what, we'll give you time to file whatever you have to file. We will defer this judgment by 17 days. And on the 20th, the judgment will be delivered. From where I stand, it will not make any difference. It is just a precedent that is supposed to be fair to whoever it is. He's jubilating. At least he's been able to get a certain ruling for himself. Chairman Wontumi was in court. Oh yes, he arrived in court. He was in a brown suit and he wore a tie. He looked quite depressed. And when he came out of the courtroom, even though excited, yes, he kept it to himself. And I need you to watch that. Play it back. Watch this. That's him stepping out. When I first saw it, I thought it was an AI-generated video. He's looking up in the sky. People are watching him. He touches the dirty ground and touches his tongue. If he gets sick, he says he doesn't understand. You touch a dirty floor where people walk, spit, and do everything, and you think that this is supposed to be spiritual. He looks in the skies. He goes down, touches the dirty floor, and then he touches his tongue with that. Whatever he has swallowed into his body, may it generate the justice that Ghana is looking for. My brother, my sister, oh, is this juju? Did somebody tell him that when you come out, first step, touch the ground, lick it onto your tongue, and everything is going to be done? We all remember that he goes to the courtroom there with his pastors who pray for him. At the time he was destroying this nation with Galamsey, the pastors weren't there. Maybe because they were giving part of the Galamsey money. Today he's in trouble and has to face justice. And all of a sudden, spiritualists are all around him. My brother, my sister, praying for him. This is Chairman Wontumi. He was the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP for all the 8 years that they were in power. 4 terms apiece. My brother, my sister. And he was one of the most powerful. He owns radio and TV stations. He boasted that he was the richest in Ghana and that he was even going to buy the Chelsea Football Club at a certain time when the economy was actually downtrending and Ghanaians were being heavy-handedly treated. Oh yes, we saw how pensioners were denied of their savings that they gave out in government bonds. This was the time this idiot was teasing all of us and telling us that though Ghanaians are struggling and suffering and dirty haircuts, unprofessional haircuts were being meted out to people in the so-called DDEP, Domestic Debt Exchange Program, he had so much money and he was even going to spend the money buying the Chelsea Football Club. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. Today, we are told that he destroyed the Nimri forest and some other such forests. And even though his own party decided to send out investigations into the whole issue, and the investigations came out positive that this guy was actually engaged in destroying the forest in Galamsey, and what have you. The president at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, turned a blind eye to that and a deaf ear to that, and decided to shamelessly come out and say, no, Chairman Wontumi is not engaged in any Galamsey. Yet, if it was not Galamsey, then what was it? Did he destroy the forest? What were the plans to restore the forest? My brother, my sister, their own committee said that he was engaged in Galamsey. He showed us gold on TV. He told us how many cars he had and bought. Now, it has just come out that a lot of the cars were actually stolen. And Yoko told us that. Stolen cars. And Chairman Wontumi has a number of other legal issues hanging around his neck. Would his licking of the debts in front of the court save him? Would his pastors save him? Is this juju? Or is it some other form of spirituality? Chairman Wontumi, at the end of the day, on the 20th, would have judgment coming on his head. And it is obvious where the judgment is going. It's the black pot, a.k.a. Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey!
The opinion of the lawyer. So the question here is, if it is just an option it is the opinion of the lawyer, how can it affect the evidence put before the court? Because post-court reaction is done daily. Now, it is all the post-court reactions that you have seen from day one appear could be court, opie, or chena general, and no, optionally, he can decide to put all together in one big document and say, this has been my opinion from day one. Every single day I share my opinion, but today I am going to put everything together. I'm going to summarize, compress it for people to know my opinion on the whole proceedings. So, submissions or addresses by lawyers do not or cannot have an effect on judgment. Now, already judge in the last statement or say the court would by this extend the time of filing written addresses from 17th of June to 24th of June 2026 for the avoidance of doubt. This matter is adjourned to 9 a.m. on the 3rd of July 2026 for the court to deliver judgment in this matter. Meaning, the judge herself or himself made it clear, I don't care about written addresses. I don't care about post-court addresses. What I care about is that I've given a date, and that date, the judgment will be read. And see, what I'm trying to say and say, I'm just asking the judge, is she or is he going to eat their own word or his own words or her own word? Because we didn't know this until the judge sitting on that case told us that when a lawyer, after every single court case, walks out of court to share their opinion, is basically a written or oral written address. Now, the judge made it clear that those things are optional, not a function of the rule. When they say not a function of the rules, it means a court say without written submission or addresses, a judge cannot go ahead and pronounce judgment. No, that is the statement. That is the meaning. Inti, the question here is, Ochina, attaching a court to say, young extended time, mano, all because of an optional written submission. At the end of the day, why should the court, with all due respect to the judge, at the end of the day, why should the court even hear Atachia out? Because, so we read the judgment now, she even gave Atachia enough time to also write their submission. Now, when you read the last part of a judge ruling now, or see, the court will by this extend the time of filing written addresses from the 17th to the 24th, meaning the judge, nobody was compelling the judge to even extend the time of written submission. It's an option. If you want to write it, then I'm giving you time to write it. If you don't want to write it, I don't give a fuck about it. But a judge in her own wisdom, wanting people to say, at least I've been transparent. I don't want people to say, oh, I did not even allow it because I'm not supposed to demand for written submission. It is not part of my judgment. The law does not compel the judge to say without written submissions from the lawyers, she cannot or he cannot bring out his judgment. So the question is, why did the judge even give him more? The judge was being more lenient from day one. Much now how they have abused the court. The court was being lenient to Chairman Wontumi and his lawyers. For the judge to even say, I've moved it from 17 to 24, the judge was even being lenient. The judge knows it is not important. But if it's for the optics, fine, I'll give you 24, write it and go and show it out. So from the 17th to 24th, Atachia could not contact Apia Kubi. Atachia wants to tell me when Apia Kubi was handing over Chairman Wontumi's case to him, Apia Kubi didn't give him the proceedings of the court. Is that what Atachia wants to tell the judge tomorrow? When Atachia was given in room from 17th to 24th, Atachia came back to tell us that the registry did not give him the documentation. So you could see clearly that a plan, the same 442 formation, he wants to continue. It is the abuse of the court. So with me, or when you ask us, Loud Silence Media, my editorial team, we believe that the court should not even listen to Atachia. Because you see, let's be realistic, let's be real here with this matter. Say me a criminal case that me so ne. If I'm being accused, we are talking about Gift Owari is being accused of criminal things in Ghana. Obi to say a SkyTrain, a criminal case. We are talking about buffer stock, a criminal case. There are so many criminal cases at Air Court. The lawyers are watching. and with all due respect, I am talking to the judge. You yourself said that there are no rules binding you at the end of the day, that without written submission, you cannot come out to your pronouncement, which is fine. We understand, we respect that. Now imagine, all these smart lawyers are mere lawyers to these accused criminals, trial, and then what they are going to do is, if tomorrow, Sir Judge Way, knowing that written submissions are optional and not mandatory, and no law in Ghana, in the legal framework, is mandate any judge to say without written submissions, I cannot come out with my judgment. If tomorrow, Sir Judge Way, 6 weeks, go and write out, what is going to happen is, all the criminal cases we are seeing in court, and we are working with precedents here. This is legal in field. We are talking about precedents. Edubuahen money ade. Lawyers in there. Edubuahen lawyer Skytrain lawyers Give to a warrior lawyer Buffer stock lawyer all the criminal cases in court today are oral. Lawyers remember, Sir Judge Way, with all due respect to the judge, Ochina decided to be granted attachment 6 weeks. So uncle now Abra Odim say mandatory from her own ruling. No, what is going to happen? And say, some cases when they will drag it. Now lawyers of these respective cases will drag the case. 1 month. Not judge, add in the judgment bar. They will come and tell you, the accused will tell the court to say, you know what, I don't want like my lawyer again, and that I am bringing you a new lawyer. And what that lawyer is going to say is that I am basing my application on that application that was granted when Atachia took over from Apiakubi as a new lawyer who was given 6 weeks. So me too, right now, the accused has changed his lawyer. I am the new lawyer. I am also telling you, and court is all about basing on your statement on facts and evidence. All the lawyers are going to wait. So Ochina, if this judge respectfully, this honorable judge says, oh, Atachia 6 weeks, all the criminal cases, we will never finish the cases. I'm telling you. All those cases, none of them will be concluded in Ghana. Because all that you need to do is that, as an accused person, get 4 lawyers on standby. Every time be a case echo close, be no which a new lawyer, not another one about you know what, I need to go back and look at the whole case again. So, with all due respect, my lord, give me 6 months. I need to go back because this case has been in court for 3 years. I have to go back from day one and analyze. Or now on 2 days my judgment about, or say I don't want to work with this client again. Now another lawyer about. Can you stop them? No, because the precedents have been set. Because you, the judge, with all due respect, you created that room. You have created that hole, and all of them are going to use it. Let me tell you, when it comes to cases in court, you know the Gamanches case in court. When my case was in court, the smart lawyers of the Gamanche, basically, some of their argument in court was based on my case in the Supreme Court. Yeah, go and read. Because no case is stupid case. So all these criminals, they are lawyers. They are sitting and they are waiting. They want this judge to open that window tomorrow, and you will see what will happen in Ghana. No criminal case will end in Ghana. Because if they are precedents, you cannot tell me you won't give me that. Why did you, the court? And at that point, they are not looking at you, the judge. They are looking at the court as a body. Until when you refuse to give them, they will go to Supreme Court. They will go to Appeals Court. Because why did you give Kevin Taylor? You don't want to give me. And this is law. You cannot say that, oh, the last time the judge gave, I cannot give. No, the lawyers will say, me too, I am changing, I have been changed. You need to give the new judge, the new lawyer, that 6 months, 6 weeks, and it's going to be part of our legal framework. It is dangerous. The moment Atachia is granted this tomorrow, our legal system will break down. No criminal will enter jail. No criminal can be prosecuted. No judgment can be read in Ghana, because now all that you do is you wait. Judgment bar. 3 days, no change new lawyer. Who change new lawyer and new one bar? Or say, please, let's start from beginning. Okay, so no, let's go back. The president, it happened in 2026. Atachia took over from Apiakubi, and he was given 6 weeks. The same court. Why are you choosing today? Now I'm going to go to Appeals Court. I'm going to appeal that 6 months. So we need to be careful. And I believe that Ochinano, this judge, I don't know this judge, but I believe say or a one smart judge or wabutra or a very transparent. And the the lawyer for Chairman Wontumi onim the oye. Let's not create any room for these people to destroy our judiciary. Because Ochina, your boy whom is a mistake. Ne ka say, oh, appear could be and a attaching go 2 weeks. Even 2 weeks is dangerous. 1 day is dangerous. I am telling you. Because all these criminal lawyers, all these lawyers defending these criminals in Ghana, they are waiting. Obuoha, or you said the next 6 months, the case, no judgment beba or train. Obuoha in the next 1 year, or you said the case, no judgment beba. Obuoha, you said in the next few weeks, judgment beba. They are waiting. Tomorrow, if this judge grant Atachia this, no case will end in Ghana. I'm telling you. And you see why the MPP is doing this? And the Kudientia Omu side within the say, they know that the MPP, they have an election. And NPP to conduct national executive elections between September 18th and 20th. Now, on the Atachia up 6 weeks. 6 weeks, no, it will enter into August. Now, you can even say, oh, now said this one, August, this September, this is what they are trying to do. So we were so free. What is happening? And they say, the judiciary in Ghana, the Ghana judiciary's major annual break, the long vacation is about to happen. Officially takes place from August 1st through September 30th. Now, Atachia will have 6 weeks. It will enter August, eventually August 1st. Meaning, technically, there will be legal vacation. The legal vacation takes about August, September.